Well, we are bitter losers, snarling through our smiles. We're the lost boys in the supermarket aisles. A Christmas dog stumped by the side of the road. Confused, we run for miles. Road rage, with Stone Age, we are wild. We are busted light bulbs in a backstreet neon sign, with a shaking gun in a service station line. We'll drink though we're drunk, we'll sink though we've sunk. We're fucked but we'll say that we're fine. We're rampaging, missing back pages in our spines. Where we long for journeys and the roadside. Yeah, we long for starlights and the low tide. See, we long for fairy tales and firesides. Oh, we are coffee house cynics, too righteous, too rigid to believe. Disappointed romantics, scraping the hearts from our sleeves. With a toothless drunk, with the aging punk, we are Adam with the apple and we're Eve. We're beggars with shining pennies on our knees. We long for sunlight on these hillsides. Yeah, we long for yesterdays in hindsight. And we long for fairy tales and firesides. And oh no, yeah, we long for carnivals and fairground rides. Oh, we long for journeys and the roadside. Yeah, we long for fairy tales and firesides. Hello and welcome back to my live stream Sunday sessions. I still don't really actually know what these are called, but welcome back regardless. This week it's Divers and Submarines, which is my third ever album, a long time ago, I think 2009-ish. And that opening track is a really special one for me. For some reason, it is. If you've been to a Passenger gig over the last 10 years, chances are I would have opened with that song. And for some reason, it's been my opening song at live gigs ever since I wrote it. Really, there's something about it that I think really helps to set the scene. Really helps to kind of pull people in. I think both lyrically and musically as well. And it kind of calms me down, I think, as well. You know, especially the big gigs that I'm really nervous for. I know that song so well. I love that song. And it feels like a sort of an old friend, and it's always nice to start gigs with Fairy Tales. So yeah, it's lovely to play it again tonight. The rest of this album, however, did not stand the test of time as well. I don't think I play any of these songs live and haven't done for a long time. So it's quite a difficult one to go back to and get my head back into. But it's been a lot of fun as well. This next song is called Facebook. And it was written when Facebook was quite a new thing. So that's how old this album is. And that's how old I am. It goes like this. Looking at pictures on Facebook of your ex-girlfriend at 3 in the morning. Never helped anyone, never helped anyone, never helped. Getting so drunk you fall over, singing up a lamppost at 2 in the morning. Never helped anyone, never helped anyone, never helped. And it's so pure, you can hardly taste it. Oh, it's so pure, you can hardly taste it. Going to parties of friends who are friends of friends at 1 in the morning. Never helped anyone, never helped anyone, never helped. 11 o'clock in the pub, drinking everything in sight, but still not getting drunk. No, never helped anyone, never helped anyone, never helped. Oh, and it's so pure, you can hardly taste it. Yeah, it's so pure, you can hardly taste it. So just hold on, when the party is over and all your friends are going home with their girlfriends to their double beds. Yeah, just hold on, when the party is over and you can't help the world spinning, 'cause heartbreak goes straight to your head. Looking at pictures on Facebook of your ex-girlfriend at 3 in the morning. Never helped anyone, never helped anyone, never helped me. This album is weird because I recorded Flight of the Crow before this, and then I came back to England after recording that in Australia, then recorded this one, released this one, and then went back to Australia and released Flight of the Crow. So it's all a little bit jumbled up. So it's kind of my third album, kind of my fourth album, don't know. One really funny thing about this album, at the time it was a very lo-fi kind of situation. It was really just me and my manager Dan. We were kind of a team of two, and we got this lovely artwork done, which I still love today. I think it's really beautiful. But between me and Dan, we failed to check the credits and the thank yous thoroughly. And actually, in the first 1,000 pressings of this album, all songs are written and recorded by Mark Rosenberg. I shit you not. Yeah, the wrong name. So if you've got one of those copies of Divers and Submarines, it might actually be worth something one day. And if you ever meet Mark Rosenberg, who I'd imagine is my sort of evil twin, please let me know. This next song is an interesting one. It's written from the perspective of two people. There's this sort of this road accident, and so the first verse is from the perspective of someone who has survived that road accident, and then the second verse is from the perspective of the mother who is waiting for somebody who has been in the road accident to turn up. Don't know if that makes any sense, but I'd like to dedicate this song to Sue and Mark Pinson, who used to come to gigs all the time and still do, well, before COVID. And I remember this being one of their favourite songs. So, Mark and Sue, if you're watching, this is for you. It's called Two Tales. Light up my lantern, I'll cut you a path. We've walked for hours and it's getting dark. We left the roadside in search of aid. Windscreen shattered and tire marks made. I've never seen someone bleeding like this. Rip off your sleeve and clench your wrist. I light the stove and sit by the hearth. Orangey glow, light the wintry dark. We kept her bedroom exactly the same. Winters they followed and summers they came. He bashed around, banging down on the floor. I sit alone with an eye on the door. Stopping this clearing, we'll stay here tonight. Press up against me, I hold you so tight. I got these matches, we'll let off some smoke. Maybe they'll see us and maybe they won't. Blanket leaves hide the light from the stars. I lie awake listening out for cars. He stares through curtains and talks to the night. I sit and listen for tires on the drive. I keep on waiting, he keeps on talking. Just stop him talking, please stop him talking. Silence, give me silence, give me silence, and as I've mentioned before, I think I've steadily become a worse guitarist. Over the years, all of these old songs are so intricate and they're so difficult. And I think as I've got older, I've just started strumming the same sort of 6 chords, which works for me, you know. This next song is really sweet. I don't know if anybody else ever does this, but I often project a lot into the future. I often think a lot about what's coming up and what's going to happen. And this is a nice song about imagining a time that is, a simpler time, a calmer time. It's called House on a Hill. In an old house on a hillside next to the sea, far from the madness that folds around me, peaceful and gentle like sails on the breeze. In an old house on a hillside next to the sea, there's a warm light on a cold night, clean cotton sheets, soap-smelling skin and tingling feet. Stars line the skyline and shine through the trees. In an old house on a hillside next to the sea. And when the winter comes round, get what we need from the town, and all of our friends will be round. In an old house on a hillside next to the sea, moon white as paper and night black as sleep, with old things behind us and new things to be. In an old house on a hillside next to the sea. And when the sunshine shines down, our hair will turn gold and our skin will turn brown, and all of our friends will be round. Sorry if you could hear a bit of a rattling. I think this guitar has been misbehaving itself. I think she's impatient. She wants to be played. There is always a song that I dread playing every week, and without doubt, it is this next one. It's in fact, I remember somebody commenting on social media, specifically saying that they were looking forward to me playing this album just so they could see me struggling with this song, which is cruel but quite funny, because it is an absolute nightmare. There's that kind of guitar thing going all the way through, and then this really quick delivery of the lyrics. It's a bit like when you have to do that for 3 minutes. It's interesting. It's called Community Centre, and it's about a hypothetical situation for me, thankfully, but it's about sort of going to a Alcoholics Anonymous group and how that might feel. We'll give it a go. The sky's turning purple above the community centre, and I'm sitting in a circle telling my secrets to strangers, and they say I've got a problem. I don't know that I've got one, cause you never know that you've got one. So someone comes along and spots one. They say it's the hardest step, but it's the first one of many. And my feet are stuck to the ground and I can't seem to take any. I could tell them I just came for the free cup of tea and the biscuit. Make my way towards the door, but I don't think I can risk it, cause I never wanted to stay, but the morning came so soon. Oh, we all know the words, but we sing them out of tune. See, I had my first drink when I was 14, and I knew that I was in trouble. I woke up the next morning with my face down in the rubble, and everyone was drinking singles. I poured myself a double, I just needed a little bit more. And now I'm sitting here with my name badge, and I'm listening to the same sad stories about their old dads, and making all of the same bad turnings at their crossroads, and drowning all their sorrows without any lifeguard around. Oh, I never wanted to stay, but the morning came so soon. We all know the words, but we sing them out of tune. Sky's turning dark, so we step out into the car park, and I'll see you all same time, same place next week. But before we go our separate ways, there's just one thing I'd like to say is, anybody up for a drink? I think, just about. I do need a drink after it. As ever, these posters are available to 2 lucky winners who press the share button. If you share it on Facebook, or if you tag a couple of friends in on Instagram, then you will automatically be in the pot to win one of these beauties, and I will sign and personalise it for you and send it to you. So please do that. The special live stream store is now closed. Thank you to all of you who ordered stuff. I'm going to be signing everything very soon and sending them out to you. So thank you again. It's about time I played the title track. I think this is Divers and Submarines. Well, I clung to you like cat hair clings to a woolen shirt. You needed me like a wedding dress needs dirt. The more that I wanted, the harder I squeezed. The harder I squeezed, the less you could breathe. When we sunk down to the bottom, yeah, we sunk down to the bottom of the sea. Yeah, we sunk down to the bottom of the sea. I cried for you like a widow cries at her lover's grave. You haunted me through my stinging nights and aching days. The more that you struggled, the tighter the knot. The tighter the knot, the lower we got. When we sunk down to the bottom, yeah, we sunk down to the bottom of the sea. Yeah, we sunk down to the bottom of the sea. Yeah, we sunk down to the bottom of the sea. Whoa, whoa. I saw divers and submarines. And I saw divers and submarines. Oh, I saw divers and submarines. Well, if love is blind and home's where the heart is, how we ever gonna get back where we started from now on? Run with blindfolds into the woods till the trees knock us out, cold winds shriek like drunken females on a hen night. Last bit of fun till he breaks her heart in a text or an email. She can deal with the sun. We've got a knife in our hearts and a fork in the road. We see a light in the dark, but it's fading like hope. I'll make a promise and I'll break it for the sake of it. We think that we're honest, but the truth is what we make it to be. Well, a stitch in time saves 9, that's fine, but we've all been proper stitched up this time. It's a right old mess, grand old time, right and left, in front and behind. It's Sunday, Sunday, bloody Sunday, just another day till another bloody Monday. Morning yawning, boring snoring in front of the boss when you just got a warning. We've got a knife in our hearts and a fork in the road. We see a light in the dark, but it's fading like hope. I'll fall in love with you, love you can fall in love with me, just so there's someone else to blame when it all falls down, down, down. When it all falls down, down, down. When it all falls down, down, down. So let's get some fire in our hearts and a yellow brick road. I'm getting bored of the dark, we could turn the lights on, you know. I'll make a promise and I'll keep it for the sake of it. We could tell the truth for once and see just how we take to it. We could walk in forests and climb up every tree. We'll build our house upon the sand every day in the sea. I'll fall in love with you and love you can fall in love with me, just so there's somebody else. Just so there's somebody else. So there's somebody else. It is a beast. Well, we dance without our shoes, but there's glass around our feet. And we'd walk around the town, but we're allergic to concrete. We'd be stuffed to the gills, but there's nothing here to eat. There's nothing here to eat. There's nothing here to eat. Oh, and we'd love to rest our eyes, but we hear the floorboards creak. So we lie with one eye open and clutch knives between the sheets. If there's no rest for the wicked, we'll never get no sleep. We'll never get no sleep. No, we'll never get no sleep. 'Cause we're banging our heads against brick walls, and the walls are hard and our heads are soft. It's a painful way to get attention, a painful way to get attention. We're banging our heads against brick walls, and the walls are hard and our heads are soft. It's a painful way to get attention, a painful way to get attention. We're banging our heads against brick walls, and the walls are hard and our heads are soft. It's a painful way to get attention, it's a painful way to get attention. We're banging our heads against brick walls, and the walls are hard and our heads are soft. It's a painful way to get attention, it's a painful way to get attention. We're banging our heads against brick walls, and the walls are hard and our heads are soft. It's a painful way to get attention, a painful way to get attention. We're banging our heads against brick walls, and the walls are hard and our heads are soft. It's a painful way to get attention, it's a painful way to get attention now. Thank you very much. I'm very aware that most of you probably have no idea about this album. It's a bit of a hidden gem amongst the others. I don't know if I can call it a gem. It's definitely hidden. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Thanks for bearing with me. I only have one album left, believe it or not. And it's the first album, Wicked Man's Rest. So I will be back next Sunday, and then we're done. Please tune in. It would be amazing to get the biggest audience we've ever had next Sunday. So please tell your friends, tell your families, and tune in next week, 7 p.m. UK time, YouTube, Facebook. You know the drill by now, I'm sure. This last song, I can honestly say this is the only song I've ever written when I was drunk. Absolutely hammered as well, not just a few beers. I was battered when I wrote this song. And I think that it's got a beautiful sort of chaos about it, and the lyrics are very weird and ambiguous and almost sort of childlike. I really like it because I think it kind of captured that moment when you're hammered and nothing really makes sense. And I just kind of poured myself into this song. It's called Crows in Snow. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time. Windscreen wipers never gonna stop, never stop, wiping all the snow from the top of our car. a car that's travelled so far from our homes. It's never good to feel alone, but we've got what we've got. It's friends that we've got in a car that has travelled so far from our homes. It never feels good to be alone. You're in the headlights, skidding out into the road like a deer, scared and covered in snow. You're in the headlights, you're skidding out into the road like a deer, scared and covered in snow. Flakes, they fall on boxes and tins and cans, tins and the cans that fall from bins and hands. And our hands we hold in such a hurry in a world doesn't seem to care about themselves or each other or themselves or each other or sisters or mothers or themselves or each other or astronauts or fathers or themselves or each other or architects or brothers or themselves or each other. So kiss me here beneath the streetlights, in a lay-by, all covered in snow. Oh, oh, you kiss me here beneath the streetlights, you know, in a lay-by, all covered in snow for now. You and I, we've always been crows, hiding black wings beneath the snow. You and I, we've always been crows, hiding yellow feet beneath the snow. You're in the headlights, darling, oh, and you're flying out over the road. And you're covered in snow. You're in the headlights, darling, now. You're flying out over the road. And you're covered in snow. Well, I clung to you like cat hair clings to a woolen shirt. You needed me like a wedding dress needs dirt. The more that I wanted, the harder I squeezed. The harder I squeezed, the less you could breathe. And we sunk down to the bottom. Yeah, we sunk down to the bottom of the sea. Yeah, we sunk down to the bottom of the sea.
I cried for you like a widow cries at her lover's grave. You haunted me through my stinging nights and aching days. The more that you struggled, the tighter the knot. The tighter the knot, the lower we got. When we sunk down to the bottom. Yeah, we sunk down to the bottom of the sea. Yeah, we sunk down to the bottom of the sea. Yeah, we sunk down to the bottom of the sea. Oh no. 'Cause I saw divers and submarines. I saw divers and submarines. Oh, I saw divers and submarines.